About 3 years ago, we did a story on the Merge Community Center in Marystown. This was a new venture for Calvary Pentecostal Church at the time, and it was exciting to see a local church taking such a big step of faith. Well, we recently went back to Marystown to get an update on the impact that this center is having on the community and the effect that it's having on the church itself.
Hi, I'm Jamie Warren. I pastor Calvary Pentecostal Church in Creston North, the church that owns and operates the Merge. The Merge has really come into its own, and lots of exciting things are happening here. Ministry experience has really led us to focus on 4 areas. We do community soup kitchens, community meals where everyone comes together. We also do mental health groups. Thirdly, we focus on addiction groups and recovery. And fourthly, we focus on families. We focus on children, teenagers, and the families as a whole. So our soup kitchens are one of our biggest ministries, one of our biggest events around the community. And it allows us to meet people and to meet needs in people's lives in 4 key areas. Number 1, physical. There are people in our community who are hungry.
We provide it for people who are probably in need of a hot meal. And in other cases, there are people who come in here on a regular basis who are from this community that I've known all my life. And they just come in, some of them are seniors, just come in for the fellowship, just to sit down and chat with people and have someone to talk to, I guess, in the run of a week. Just somebody that they can sit down with for an hour and spend time with.
I volunteer as a cook and cleaning up, whatever is needed. It took me out of my comfort zone and helped me to interact with people, which I never done before. I've got to meet a lot of people outside of our church and been friends with them and build a relationship with them.
Hi, my name's Joan Brown. I'm a housing support worker for the Burin Peninsula. I became involved with the Merge through the soup kitchen and through the church. There was no place for my clients to go to have a hot meal or even a bowl of soup until the Merge came here. I do some programming with our clients, and the Merge give me the space here for Monday afternoons. And we have painting classes. We have other organizations come in and offer to do crafts and to do a small meal or food bingo or something like that. And the warmth, the friendliness is bar none.
I guess almost about a year ago now, some addicts started to show up in our church and meeting God, and God was meeting them. And I didn't realize how great a need there actually was in the area of addictions until I got to know some people that were wrestling with them. We wanted an area where people could feel safe to ask questions and find help for their addictions, share their stories. And so we started with a group called All Addicts Anonymous, and people who wrestle with addictions of any kind come. I always say that freedom is not just a program, it's a person. And so we believe that ultimately Jesus brings freedom in people's lives. And so we wanted an area where people could feel safe to ask questions and find help for their addictions, share their stories. And we have a great time. There's so much the church could learn from addicts and how they share their struggle with each other. Maybe 2-3 years ago, as there were a number of suicides, a number of people who were wrestling with mental health issues and just needing a place to go. And I can remember talking to my colleague in ministry, Cyril Farewell, and I can remember mentioning to him that, it would be great if we could do something in the area of mental health. And so we started a mental health group. Cyril started a group in Marystown. Then he started a group in Grand Bank.
It all started basically as a result of my own personal experience. And It's exciting to just to see people come in and a lot of them, no concept of salvation or anything to do with church lingo. And like you'll get some conversations going, and man, I tell you, it can be, it's not your local church setting, we'll say that, right? It is a safe place to go. In order to be a part of the group, you have to sign a confidentiality form, and so that anything that's discussed in the group stays in the group. No names are discussed. If you see somebody the next day out in the mall someplace, you say good day, but you don't discuss the fact that you're at a support group the night before, because we value confidentiality, right? I'll never forget. This precious lady came in. She brought her grandchild. She never missed. I think it was 2 years. She never missed. Every night she was there. But you could see the change in her bit by bit, right? A sweet and darling of a lady. But I've always said that if it's for one individual, it's worth it.
There are testimonies from his group, stories from his group of people who were at wit's end and came to the group as a last-ditch effort to see if there was any help, someone to talk to, any hope available. And it's amazing how God meets us in our brokenness. One of the other pieces that's been a really interesting and fun journey is our Parents and Tots group. We started it kind of about a few things, a jumping castle, a few different pieces of equipment, and we opened the doors, and we were blown away by the response.
On Fridays here at the Merge, we do Parent Top program. It's a very busy, active event every Friday morning. I believe we see anywhere from 15 to 20 families at a time. And it's a very active area. The whole upstairs of the Merge is usually transformed into indoor play area with a bouncy castle and different activities going on. Craft activities are laid out, there's choices, which parents really enjoy. I'm a family support facilitator with Bjorn Peninsula Brighter Futures here in Marystown and Bjorn. Anytime there's special events, we come to the Merge and we engage as many people as we possibly can with regards to offering quality programming to families. Anytime that we connect with the Merge and we bring the name The Merge involved with us, it always brings a crowd. Like, the people totally enjoy the atmosphere here.
The Merge has done a tremendous work in our community, but it's done a tremendous work in our church.
It's changed my life. It's made me think different about the community. I always knew a lot of people here because I grew up here, but now I know even more. I always think about what Jesus said, and he said the greatest commandment of all is to love one another. And this is what this is all about, loving one another, love into action.
I'm 72 years old, and it has helped me to expand and grow and being able to help and pray for them and minister to them in ways that, I never thought would be possible.
If you would ask me 5 years ago, how do you do outreach? I would say it's, open air services, which are good. But now, I think the Merge has allowed us to see the value of serving. And the Merge has taught us to trust that the Holy Spirit is always drawing people to himself.
I just appreciate how God takes, when you don't feel like you're capable of doing anything, or qualified to do anything, he'll put the people in your life that you need to come alongside to help get this in operation. This works. This is awesome.
A new adventure in our church, and it's a big step, and we've come a long way. It's really exciting to see what's happening and what God is doing in the lives of people that come through the Merge.
God has opened up doors of opportunity to share faith, to share his love, to share his grace, and it's done tremendous work in the lives of our church people. It's done a tremendous work in my life, and it's done a tremendous work in the lives of people who come to the church. The way we view church, the way we view church services, the way we view how we do ministry has completely changed because of what we've seen in and through the merge.